Hello, my name is Joe Whittington with Pepper Group, and I'm going to walk you through how to edit the MCT website. The MCT website is built in WordPress, and to edit the website, you need to get to what we call the WordPress dashboard. And first, you have to log in. So to log into the website, you go up to the URL at the top and type in /wp-admin. This will bring you to the login screen. You put in the credentials that we provided for you. I'm using my own. And you log in. The first thing you come to is what we call the WordPress dashboard. And this is pretty much where you interact with the website. You can find everything here from different posts to testimonials, forms. There's only a couple things that you'll interact with here, but it's still good to know that this is where you come if you need to search for something on your website. All right, I'm going to go to the front end again. There's a couple different ways to edit pages. One is through the back end of the website, but you can also do it on the front end of the website once you're logged in. So I'm logged in now, and as you can see, I have a toolbar up here at the top with a couple different options. And this is the best way to really navigate to what you want to edit. So first things first, I'm going to show you how to edit a text box on the website. And we'll start with the home page. And as you see, there's a lot of content on this page. And it's organized in what I call columns. So we have a 1 column width here, 2 columns, 3, half a column. The reason I'm saying this is because once we hit edit, it's going to take you again to the back end of the website. And it's going to look a little different, but that structure of 1 column, 2 column, half a column, you're still going to see that on the back end, and that kind of helps you, navigate to where you want to go. So I'm just going to try to edit something in this first paragraph. I'm going to come up here to this edit front page. And this is going to bring you to the back end of the website. As you can see, the dashboard on the left side is highlighted for pages because we are editing one of the pages, which is the home page. Whenever you want to edit a page, all of them will look like this. They'll have your title, whether it's published or not. You can hit edit and unpublish it if you would like. Some of these other things are stuff that doesn't necessarily affect the page. So you can ignore some of this on the right side. But as you can see, this box in the center, the largest part of the page, is a reflection of what the front end of the website looks like. I am going to open the front end just to show it again. Proven solutions, surprising capabilities, which is right here. So this is that first section, and then we have that intro paragraph, and then here's that 2 column section, followed by that 3 column section, followed by that half column section, and so on. Now, if we want to go into something in a text box and edit it or edit some text, all you have to do is click into one of these boxes. I'm going to scroll up to the top, either click in this one, the surprising capabilities. I'm going to click in this first paragraph. And clicking on that will bring up a dialog box. And here you'll see a couple things. On the left, you have an interface that's similar to Word. And on the right, you have a preview of what is on the front end of the website. So you have a couple options when adding text here. You bold is one, italic, bulleted list, numbered list, a couple other ones that you don't necessarily need. Inserting or editing a link. I'll go over that in a bit. But the important thing is the main ones here are the bold, italic, and the list buttons. So as you can see, this first sentence is actually bold. And it's just like a word interface. Click it, bolds that text. The style for the website is that bolded text is blue. So you can see that reflection here on the right. That's the basic text editing for this. Just come in here, type in your words or your text and hit save once everything is complete. And then you'll see that reflection here. But before you want to see it on the front end of the website, you actually need to hit update here on the right. It'll be update for a published page, or there will also be a save draft in this area if the page is unpublished. Since I didn't edit anything, I will not hit update, but I am going to go back into this text box and show you how to link text. There's a couple different options for linking or linked text. And what I mean by that is when you click on a link, it will either open in the same tab of the browser you're in or another tab of the browser. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to link capabilities to the Pepper Group website. I'm going to select that. I'm going to hit link. You will get an area to type in the link here, but I do like to click the gear because it'll give you more options. This dialog box will pop up. You'll have this URL. I'm going to type in Pepper Group. This is the text that I'm linking. This is what I was talking about. Since kind of the rule here is if you're leading somebody away from the website, you want the link to open in a new tab. Since this is Pepper Group and not MCT, I want to select that. Hit add link. It'll add this link here on the front end of the website, which I won't save since this is the live website. When you click that, it'll open Pepper Group in a new tab. As you can see here, if I want to edit this link, select that. There's a little pencil, hit edit, select the gear again, and you'll see that, and I can change this. Now let's say I just want this to link to the MCT contact page. You can actually come down here and search existing content on your website, and it'll give you an indicator on what type of content that is. Since Contact Us is a page, it'll appear here. Select that, automatically fill in that URL. Since this is the MCT website, I do not want this to open in a new tab. So I'm going to unselect that. I believe default is unselected. And I'm going to hit update. And then now that capability word will go to the Contact Us page and it will open in the same tab. And again, we do that because we want people to remain on the website. So it's okay if it opens in the same tab, if it's a link inside the website. If it's a link going outside the website, open it in a new tab. Hit save. And then if I wanted to update, I would hit update. Text editing on the website. There are some different interfaces that don't necessarily look like this, but they're very simple and intuitive. One of them being this little box here. Oh, I guess it is the same, but you might get a button interface is a little different. Here's the button text. And that's all you would want to change here. Or an image. This is what pops up for an image. And I'll cover that in a bit. But that's the basics of interacting with a page. So the next thing I want to cover is the media library. The media library is what houses all of your documents, the images or PDFs, pretty much anything that you want to share on your website or people to see on your website. That's also located here on the left side in the dashboard. Just click on media, it'll bring you to this screen. As you can see, it has a collection of the images you already have on the website. And adding to this is very simple. You can do it two ways. You can either drag and drop or click the button at the top, add new. I am going to add an image just to show you that process, the drag and drop process and the button. So if you want to drag and drop, it'll bring you to this blue box. Make sure the blue box is here. Sometimes it opens the image in a different tab, which you don't want. So just to be sure that you always see that, and then you can release, and that image will load right there. I am going to delete this because this is a repeat. And then the other way is using the button up here, add new. Add new brings this up, select file, bring you to your interface, upload the image, and again, it will appear here. Now, once you have the image uploaded, there are a couple things that you want to remember when you're looking at these images and interacting with them. You can click on any of these. I'm going to click on the one I just uploaded. And this gives you a lot of detail about this image. So there's a couple boxes here on the right that should be filled in because it's a website, specifically the alternative text. Alternative text is something that Google or general search engines use to tell them what the photo is. So just be very descriptive on what it is. Here, I'm just going to say retail. You could say checkout or cash register or card swipe, something like that, but just something very descriptive and short. This will also, if you've ever been to a website and you have your mouse on top of an image, that alternative text is what appears to tell you what that image is. This is the title. You can change this if you want. It does also help, though you don't necessarily need to. Caption, you don't necessarily need a caption or a description. It does tell you who uploaded it. If you want to replace it with a new image, you can. Just hit upload new image. It'll bring you to this interface. Choose file. I do suggest to name the file you want to replace the existing one with differently. So I would change this name to retail_v4. Sometimes it confuses the interface, so you want to make sure if you're replacing an image that you're replacing it with a different name. Go back to that one. All right, and then the most important thing here when you're coming to this is the second most important thing besides the alternative text is the file URL. And this is good because each piece of content on a website has its own URL. So if I was to copy this and put this in a tab, all I would see on the page is this image. But also when you're working on the back end of the website, you may need this URL. And this is where you access it. Just X out of that. Actually, I'm going to delete this image because it's a repeat. And that's the media library. All right. Now that we covered text editing and media library, I am going to go back to that home page and edit a couple things on there, or show you how to edit a couple things on there. Again, I'm going to, navigate around just to look. Instead of doing the home page, I'm going to actually do one of these other pages. I'm going to do the case studies page. Come up here and hit edit. This is a little different as far as the boxes on this page because we're using what we call an accordion. You can nest content or open up content. And you're going to want to edit this content. So on the back end of the website, see case studies, you see that header, you see that first sentence, but then you see something called an accordion. The accordion is this section right here. It's all housed in one place. And just like that text box, you can click on it, open it up, and you'll see all those tabs. Again, click on that, and then this will bring up that familiar interface. You can edit your text here, make something bold, link some text, hit save. You're going to have to hit save again, and then update the page if you updated some content. There are a couple steps like that where you have to keep hitting save. That's okay. It's always nice to have redundancies, and just always make sure you do hit save and you do update the page. There are no auto saves. All right, I'm going to navigate to another page to show you changing out an image or updating an image. I'm going to go to the industries page. So on the industries page, we have a couple different images here. One thing to note is you'll notice this is a very long rectangle. Most of the images on your website have predetermined sizes, program sizes, meaning you don't necessarily have to crop this image exactly as you see it here. You can upload a square and it will automatically crop it for you to appear in here. And I'll show you what that means. All right, so I hit edit, came to the back end, header, intro paragraph, and as you can see, this image is much bigger than what you saw on the front end. And that's because when I uploaded the images, I uploaded them all the same size at this larger rectangle. But on the front end of the website, not all images look like that. I do this for a couple of reasons. One, we want to keep the size of images down. So having them a set size, which we can provide to you, is a nice way to keep image sizes down. And the reason for doing that is the pages will load quicker if you have smaller images. All right, so if I want to change out this image, all you have to do is click on it, come to this interface. You can see this insert image. You can either hit that or you can click on the image itself, and then it'll bring you to a dialog box that reflects the media library. And you can navigate to whichever image you want to replace it with. And then hit insert. It'll insert that image. I just use the same one. Hit save. You'll see that your image was updated, and then you're going to want to update the page. And you can do that with any of these images. So the next thing I want to cover is team members. Team members are located here in the dashboard on the left under WP Team. Click on that. You'll come to your list of team members, and you can do a couple things here. You can edit an existing team member by hovering over their name and then underneath click edit. And then click edit, come to the team member screen, have their name up here at the top, their bio, their position, and then also a repeat of the bio down here, which you'll need for the quick tooltip on the team page, and then also the team member image. And that's the only information you need on for this page. Now, if you want to add a new team member, click back to the WP team where you see all of them, and then you hit add new member, type in their name, short or bio, position, title, and then a repeat of the bio from above. And the team member image here on the right, which says member image. Hit set member image. You'll come back to a media library like this, search for the image you want. Craig, set member image, and then you set that member image. And that's all the information you need for this page. Once everything, well, while you're editing this page, you might want to save a draft, and then you can also preview it. But once everything's complete, everything you want is in there and it's all correct, you can hit publish, and that will appear on the team page on the front end of the website here. This is where that second bio appears. And then once you click on them, this is that full bio. I'm going to go back to the dashboard, back to WP Teams. You'll see the one that I had saved. I'm just going to trash that. And that's really very basic editing of a team member or adding a new team member. The next thing I want to cover is testimonials. There are a couple places on the website where you see testimonials, typically in the footer. What I would consider the footer, because it repeats for every page. So the testimonials appear here. You have a couple of things, just the regular testimonial, and then also the attribution below it with the company. Now, to add a new testimonial or edit an existing one, you do want to go back to the dashboard. And then there's an entry point here called testimonials. Click that. And you will see here the 2 existing testimonials and then 1 draft. That 1 draft can be deleted because it was a test. You could do 2 things. Well, before I talk about adding a new one, you could come here and hit edit, and you'll enter into the testimonial. You have the testimonial name, the actual testimonial, and then if you scroll way down here, this is where you input the attribution. And then once everything you want is updated, hit update, and it'll appear on the front end of the website correctly. Now, if you want to add a new one, go back to testimonials, come up here to add new, and it'll bring up this familiar interface. You enter the title, the actual testimonial, and then scroll all the way down to client details, and just the full name is what you want to fill in. This other information will not appear on the front end of the website, even if you input it. And then you come up here and you hit publish if you wanted to publish it right away, or save if you want to save it and come back later. This was a very basic interface for this one and the team member, but it works well and is a great way to keep things up to date. The next thing I want to cover is menus in WordPress. The question was asked in our meeting if we can add to this menu. Yes, and that is done through, again, the dashboard. Once you get here, navigate to Appearance, and then down to Menus. There's a couple different menus that appear on the website. The main menu up here at the top, and then we also have a simpler menu at the bottom. It is basically the same as the menu at the top, except there is no drop down for capabilities. On the back end, those two menus are named first main menu and then second footer menu. So if you are wanting to make a change to the menu, the main menu, please also make the change to the footer menu. Currently, I have the main menu selected. And now, had I created a new page, published that page, and ready to have that page appear in the menu, it would appear here under most recent. If it's an older page you want to add, you can either view all and look for the page or search by the page's name. I'm going to use the view all and just add another contact us page. So you would just click the checkbox, hit add to menu, and that link would automatically add to the bottom of the main menu list. Now, if you want that to change locations, you can drag and drop that anywhere you want. The thing to note is these menu items can be tiered. So be conscious of where you drop it. Drop it here or here. That will dictate where it is. If it's in line, it's a main menu item. If it's dropped down like this, that means that this Contact Us page is a sub page of this one, of this main Contact Us page. You can see it the example here of capabilities has a drop-down menu. So direct mail services and card production are two sub pages under this. And on the home page, they appear the same. I'm going to delete this. Save menu. And that's basically how you add a menu item to the main menu and to the footer menu. Now, if you want to add something other than a page, you can. You can do that with custom posts. You can add your URL here and then have your link text, otherwise the text that appears there. Specifically, this is capabilities. That's the text that appears there. Industries, case studies. You can customize that here and then click add to menu and it'll automatically add a URL to the main menu as well. Save that and then it would update on the live site. Another question that was asked during the meeting was, how can we lock down the advanced layout builder if you don't want to make edits with it as an administrator? And we did go through that, and there's two different levels that you can do. First, to navigate to that, you go to the Untitled Child, which is the theme used to develop the MCT website. And then in the list on the left side, you click Layout Builder. And here you have a couple options. Lock Advanced Layout Builder, and this would lock it for everybody that's not an administrator. Currently that is selected. And then there's a second level, Lock Advanced Layout Builder for admins as well. and this would lock it for everybody. Obviously, if you're an admin, you can come in and change that after the fact, but it's nice to know that you have that just in case you want to make sure you don't make a mistake when you're updating a page. This will still allow you to edit text on the page. It just won't allow you to move the building blocks of the advanced layout builder on the back end of the website. And I believe that was it. Thank you.